Hello and welcome to Platinum Investment. Today we are going to discuss how to trade in Indian stock market. It's a very tricky subject as most of the people as we see loses their money while trading in stock market, and the number goes as high as 95% or above. So we need to figure out what and when and how things goes wrong while trading. So first things first, we need to understand a few basic difference between investing and trading. Of course, while trading, we also need to understand what kind of trade we are about to take. And also there are few techniques or thumb rules or ways of trading in stock market. So first, the investment and trading part. We need to differentiate while putting our money in stock market. You need to understand whether you are investing or trading, and you can differentiate firstly by understanding the time period which you are about to hold. For investment, you can hold a stock for a year, 2 year, 3 year, depending upon your expectation, your till your target comes, and it can go up to 5 years also. But things are different while trading. For a short term trade, a quick trade, a smart trade, a 5 trading session, I think is a decent enough time to achieve your targets, short targets. While trading, you cannot expect a 10%, 20% gains in short term. So, an holding period should ideally be a trading session, as we mentioned. Secondly, the allocation of capital. The allocation of capital is very important. If you have 100 rupees which you have decided to put in Indian stock market, we suggest it to allocate in a 9 is to 1 ratio, which is to put 9 rupee for investment purpose and 1 rupee for trading purpose. That should be an ideal fund allocation while allocating for investment and trading purpose. Thirdly, it's a risk reward ratio. Generally, while investment, people don't think about any stop losses or anything because it's an investment. It might go down and might go up. Who cares? When the target achieved, they'll book profits. But things are different while trading. In trading, a stop loss is must, and the stop loss must not be more than 1 to 2%. And the gains, the expected gains, should be in ratio of 1 is to 2. If your stop loss is of 1 rupee, your expected gains should be 2 rupee or more. Next is a risk reward quantum of risk and quantum of gains. The quantum of risk for one single trade must not be over and above 5% of your money allocated for trading. If your allocated fund for trading is 100 rupees, the stop loss amount of one single trade should not ideally exceed above 5%. Ideally, it should be 3 to 4%, but it must not exceed about above 5% of the total fund allocated for trading. And of course, the quantum of gain is equally proportionate, as I mentioned earlier, that is 1 is to 2 or 1 is to 3 as per your expectations of that particular trade. So, that is a difference between investment and trading. Basic difference. There are other uh, theories which you can study, but these are the basic things which you can understand and enter while trading. Next is you need to understand what kind of trade you're about to take. For that, you need to understand what are the different kinds of trade. Firstly, as you can see mentioned in these bullet points, First is the momentum trade. If you take an example of the steel sector in today's date, name any steel counter like JSW Steel, Hindalco, Tata Steel, SAIL. All of them surged around 40 to 50% in last 2 months time, and God knows where it gonna end. So it's a perfect example of a momentum counter, a momentum stock. The entire sector is into a momentum. So you can ideally, a trader ideally enters into such momentum, encashing this steam, this heat for surging, and can gain decent enough profits in this process. Next is a breakout trade. As the name suggests itself, it's a breaking out of any stiff resistance. It could be a monthly high, it could be a quarterly high, it could be a half yearly high, it could be a 52-week high, or it could be a multi-year high, or it could be any other stiff resistance. And you can place your bet once it crosses the resistance, seeing the price action, of course, and placing a stop loss just below the resistance level. Again, the stop loss shouldn't be over and above 1 to 2%. Next is a pullback trade. Now, as we all know, the price action doesn't move in a one straight line. Once a stock which is surging should and must retrace, and a smart trader always looks out for that opportunity, for that retracement, and enters in that moment and expect a pullback, which is a perfect example of a pullback or a swing trade. Next is a dead cat bounce trade. Now, dead cat bounce trade ideally represent a downtrending stock which is momentarily stopped by a reversal pattern. If you see a example of SBI, it's a fantastic counter, but after making a high of 420 odd, it came down to 320. And I mentioned in my earlier video also ki 310, 300 is a very good buying opportunity zone. And after correcting for 35%, from 320 it went up to 360 in recent past. So it gave a similar bounce of 10%, 12% in just 1 week, maybe, or maybe less. So a trader can use this opportunity and encash by initiating this kind of a trade. Of course, there's another kind of trading, a trend reversal trade, which we call, which requires a lot of technical monitoring for RSI and everything, which ideally signifies a reversal of a trend, a downtrend or an uptrend, reversing its course. Again, monitored by price action and other technical parameters. So these are the kind of trades which you should aware of before taking a trade. Next is the ways of trading, techniques of trading. Now there are different segments where you can trade. There is a cash segment, there is a future segment, there is an option segment. Our recommendation is always to trade in cash segment, which is a non-leveraged segment, risk-free. But of course, people with ample amount of fund, ample amount of money and provisional fund strength can always take a position in future as well. And then there is this option segment, which is the, of course, much more riskier, the riskiest, if I may say. But at the same time, the chances of having highest amount of return on investment is also there, but subject to you select the appropriate strike price. And you can also arrange your trades by hedging or making a strangle or making a spread, writing options and all, which requires a much more higher amount of capital, but the chances of losses are next to minimal, which requires a separate video to demonstrate hedging and writing and making spread, because this requires special monitoring and special supervision. Next, you need to figure out the risk reward ratio, which we have mentioned earlier, which should be 1:2 or 1:3, and the idea is to trail. Then you need to figure out how many trades you should do at one single point of time. Our recommendation is to, at one point of time, you must keep 2 to 3 trades open at one single point of time, not more than that. If you are having a account of 10 lakhs, 2 to 3 trades is max that you should be taking at one single point of time. The next key of a successful trading pattern is to trade in equal proportion. Suppose you took a trade of 1 lakh of rupees. So the idea becomes, while taking the next trade, is to take a trade of also 1 lakh of rupees and not 50,000 or 2 lakhs. And all your subsequent trades should be of 1 lakh rupees only. So that is an idea of successful trading pattern, which is to trade in equal proportion. Lastly, it goes without saying, a few special mentioning for the trader, which is to book your losses if your stop loss hits. I mean, this is the biggest challenge a trader faces while trading, is to prepare his or her mind while booking its losses. It's very difficult to book your loss. So it's our recommendation to prepare your mindset accordingly, or else the better option is do not trade, only invest. Secondly, of course, without guidance, without proper guidance, without proper knowledge, with a proper mentorship, do not enter a trade, do not initiate a trade. Without guidance, without knowledge, without education, stock market trading is strictly not advisable. So thank you for watching our video. Please like, share and subscribe, and we are a new channel. We need all your love and support. Thank you so much.